Good evening, folks. Now, what I just played the week before was this multiplayer game, and if you missed it, well, I'm sure you can tell by the carnage how good it was. It fairly wiped me out, so I enjoyed a few days off of streaming Europa, but I'm back, and I'm inspired. So what we're going to play is a bit of the Pope, because I really like playing the Pope in EU3, and I haven't given their just desserts in EU4. So let's get right to it. Well, where do I even begin? Jeez. Well, jeez. Start by upping the effects volume, so I can't even hear that. So much for my own audio calibration there. There we go. So I've got the goal that I want to try to eradicate Christianity from the world in this run. I guess that's going to try to include Coptic. And I want to remain as the Pope, and I want to pick up Holy Trinity while we're at it, which is a bit RNG based, because it means I need to secure the Knights, Livonian Order, and the Teutonic Order as marches. A bit RNG because the Livonian Order's culture is Prussian, whereas they don't have any Prussian cores. And the Knights, their culture is, I'm going to pretend I know here, Maltese, whereas their only land there is Greek. So if they get wiped out, that's going to be a bit of a problem. But we're going to see how it goes. So first thing I'm going to do is really suck up to Austria. And who else? Portugal, I guess. Maybe Castile. Gee, it really sounds like I know what I'm doing already, don't I? Now we'll suck up to Portugal. And other than that, we're just not going to pay our troops, not going to pay our boats, and we're going to take it easy. Jake, Livonian Order will culture convert the old Prussian lands. That would be a first. I've never seen him do that before. Now, I could be fabricating some claims. It would probably be wise for me to do that, but I really don't want to antagonize anybody. Nor do I want an alliance with Milan. Waste of time. I'd love an alliance with France. What I'm going to try to do from now on is never ally France. So, I need to stop relying on aristocrats like that. I have a third diplomat because, well, I'm the Pope. So I'm the ruler around here. Don't know how long for. I haven't played around with the new Holy See system. That means I could throw out excommunications left and right. That appeals to me. You know, maybe I will improve relations with Castile. Might as well, we have the free diplomat. And then we're going to speed through it because there's not really much going on. We've got 4 transports, 6,000 men, and quite liking our property here. High base tax. Jake, what do you think about the new religions in the expansions? Not sure what you're getting at. Do you mean El Dorado? Hold on, what the heck happened to my... Oh, of course, that's the bug that removes all the fog of war. Sorry, all the terra incognita. No exploits. Let's try again. I'm not having any of that cheatery chokery going on in my game. So we're off to a flying start already. Jake, what is this bug? Just instantly restart an Iron Man save and it'll remove most of the Terra Incognita in the world. Alright, new Iron Man game, Adventures of the Sunshine Pope. And now people are telling me to turn down the music. Poor music. Alright, now where were we? Well, I think you always start as a Curia controller as the Pope. In any case, let's get back to it. Improve relations with Austria, get him up with Portugal, and Castile as well, because why not? France is friendly towards us, so is Aragon. We're rivaled by Tuscany and Urbino. I'd like to see them try. And our current Pope is rubbish, so we're going to make him a battle Pope. He's also rubbish at that. Leave him in charge of the army so he's more likely to die. Turn down our spending. And what else did I do? Oh, I would love to conquer Ancona, but it's not quite the time yet. Knowing then they'll get vassalized by Hungary or Aragon. Never got a chance to check these before. Being Curia controller gives us tons of these guys, which is really rather nice. Yeah, Spy Master. The best. Alright, on we go again. Fun never ends, because it never truly begins. Getting a lot of complaints about the music. Alright, down it goes again. And once again, Milan want that alliance. Of course, they are friendly. Great country, but I have no interest in getting an alliance with you. At least not yet. Jake, did I hear you right before you're going to eradicate Christianity as the Pope? Because that sounds like the best idea, but I had absolutely no idea how one would even do that. Well, we're going to see what we can do. Now, Castile and Portugal. If I'm going to eradicate Christianity, I really need to do something about the colonizers. Well, Castile and Portugal primarily, and then France and England. Denying them all ports would be great, but denying Portugal and Castile ports is very tricky. Of course, the best way to kill somebody is to be their friend and stab them in the back. Getting an alliance with Portugal would be a great way about doing that. But we'll see how it goes. Jake, wouldn't you want to suck up to Poland or Muscovy so you can get help against the Livonians? I doubt I'd need help against the Livonians. They're pretty rubbish. Total price for Livonian lands. See, that's what we're talking about. We get our old, useless Pope dead. We'll get a much better one, 334. But there's really no harm in keeping a constant battle Pope. Ugh, jeez, is even worse than the last one. All is well. Jake, don't forget you control Avignon. It could revolt, or France could form loving relationships with the province. Yeah, we do control Avignon. That's a shame. But we can deal with that. How's Austria feeling about us? Not too hot. Probably because our army is a bit rubbish. But I really want Austria to like me quite a lot. So much so that I am quite willing to cheese it with these guys. I really wish this wasn't possible. Very quickly improving relations through this tedious send and receive. Evening, Jake. Did I miss the poetry reading? I'll probably get around to that if there's a slow bit in the game. And there will be a slow bit in the game. Tuscany. Currently at war with England. You fool, you allied France. And since England can't get to France, they're going to send their troops over to you. Well, rip income. Influenza really chocks down your income when it happens on one of your only provinces. Why does Jake Avignon? The Pope starts with Avignon. Might be able to do something with declaring Kingdom of God later on, but we'll see how it goes. What we really want to do right now is save up money and probably monarch points as well. Those are going to be quite important. I want to get those relations as high as we can with Austria and Portugal. Many times the Pope starts friendly to... France starts friendly with the Pope, and that's still the case. An alliance with France would make things go incredibly swimmingly, but we're going to try and avoid doing that from now on. Kingdom of God is awful if you stay Catholic, Jake. I am well aware, but that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Naples got a new ruler, but they're still under the rule of Great Aragon. Aragon, who could potentially want to ally me. So I think what we will do, actually, is get our relations up with them. So indecisive, but we got plenty out of Castile and get military access, which is what we're wanting. Jake, isn't remove Christianity a bit too blobfest for your liking, says TL. Well, blobbing's only really a problem when you don't have a goal. If it's just mindless blobbing, it's just... but eradicating Christianity, I think that's something I can get behind. It's quite a lofty goal, though. I know people can do worldwide conversions, but it might be a bit tricky for us. Getting closer to that alliance with Austria, which is what we really want. That's right, well, let's not ally France, let's ally Austria. Which is why I hope Burgundy doesn't get too war happy, because if the King of Burgundy dies, Austria is going to become really big, and as such much harder to ally. Jake, did you read the FWA1 tag on the EU4 forum? Yes, it was very impressive. Not my kind of game, because it was PU heavy. I'm not a fan of PU mechanics. But congratulations all the same. It was very impressive. Especially since they used FWA. And they ended up getting even bigger rebel stacks than I did in my first Ryukyu in EU4. Of course, it's down to overextension mechanics now, but let's not detract from it. Now, an alliance with Portugal is probably going to be a little bit out of my reach, because we're so weak. But since we're weak, let's do something about it. Let's get a couple more infantry on the go. I'd love to expand the navy as well, but that would be costly. How are we for advisors? Okay, we have an expensive statesman who may come in handy. We shall see. A statesman is basically a +5 to people accepting your alliance. Of course, we're 19 short with you. That may take quite a bit. Both are good. Let's take the money, though. Should pretty much always take the money. And here come the slew of people asking what the goal for this playthrough is. Should have probably put it in the title. I mean, what if it doesn't work out? I'm going to look like such a scrub. Not that I let that stop me before. Alright, we're close to Austria next month, and they're good. But the higher your relations with someone, the slower you can improve relations with them. So generally what you want to do is get the relations up to 100 before an alliance if your ultimate goal is to get maxed out relations with them. And that is certainly our goal here. Of course, at this stage I'm not sure if it's going to make much of a difference now. Aragon, see, they're not so keen on alliance with me because of my poor navy. And yeah, we're a wee bit away from you. Right, this is actually quite good for us. Who are you at war with? Just Salzburg and Augsburg. That won't take long. What I can do is sling you an alliance, and this is actually going to save me a bit of a carry-on later down the line. Let's get our Portuguese man back. Oh, and while we're at it, Islam is technically Christianity too, so I'm wondering about the parameters for this. We're going to wipe out the religious group Christianity. Sling an alliance with Austria, since they declared war and we're only too happy to join. Hopefully they will call us in. Meantime though, we got military access from Castile. Let's put it to use. We need to nerf these colonizers right off the bat. Hmm. 9 nationalists in Avignon. That is a little problematic. You know what, they can have it. There you go, Avignon. Never did care much about you. The revolt goes away, Avignon is my vassal, and hopefully France don't get too uppity about that. Unfortunately, though, our good friends Austria don't want to call us into this war. However, they're going to want military access to help them out. Let's grab some more of our men. And whilst we're at it, let's start actually paying our men and our boats. Gee, giving away my national provinces like it's dirt. Well, it is Avignon. Give me some slack. I was kind of thinking that Austria would want to call me into this war, but they're not so keen on it. Bit of a shame, but what you gonna do? Well, we're gonna make our way over to Castile, and that's what we're going to do. Castile, who is allied Burgundy, Navarra, and Portugal. Right, Navarra is probably about to be diplo-vassalized by Castile. Aragon is domineering and they've got the mission to do it, but there's no way they're going to fight Navarra whilst Navarra is allied to Castile. Or would they? Well, Portugal would join in Castile's side. Well, no, it wouldn't work like that now that, whatever. Iberia, it doesn't really matter what the Iberians do, I don't have any influence on it, so I'll just let them be. Shame Austria didn't call me into this war, though. Alright, we got maxed out relations with Austria. Let's get that diplomat back. I wouldn't mind joining the HRE. So, here you go. I'm going to send you a lovely gift to improve our relations by 2. Worth every penny. We'll just add to 1 province. Don't want to give them too much authority. And am I still the Holy See Controller? I am. I should put that to use. Somebody needs a bit of excommunicating, although I'm not sure who. I'm not sure who. The trouble is, dead Burgundy means stronger France. It also means stronger Austria. I'd love to excommunicate Castile, but the problem is I can't excommunicate somebody who I really like. Could do it to Portugal, but that would kind of go against everything. And most of the important people have been improving my relations of them. There is Hungary. And there is Poland. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth could be both an incredible ally and a horrible thorn in my side. Probably better to have them as an ally. Which leaves Burgundy. What we're going to do then... I actually... Oh, they don't like us. But we like them. Yeah, it's because I'm allied to Austria, right? What we're going to do then is once we get our diplomat back, there we go. We're just going to increase our relations with them. Might be a bit counterintuitive. And How are you guys doing? You get there on the 18th, do you? I should think this one through. What am I even doing here? Well, I managed to successfully join the HRE. I've got an alliance with Austria. Pretty good one at that. Releasing Avignon was part of that plan, by the way. I wouldn't be able to otherwise get my relations high enough to join it. Because having Avignon as part of my country would make it... I would have more base tax. It'd be harder to join the HRE. Alright. So we're not really able to get much in the way of other good alliances. So let's just take some land. Oh, okay, that's a bit of a problem. Morocco are allied to you. The Moroccan navy probably would give us a bit of a beating. Probably. But we'll do what we can do anyway. Yeah, Austria wouldn't want to join in because it's distant. Well, let's give it a go. Now we do get exiled with our troops that are over at Castile already. But the troops that are coming off the boat right now, they get off and are not exiled. And it'll probably take a wee while for our enemies to scramble their boats, so we're going to make use of that. Also can use a papal actions to call a crusade on Granada, because it's going to give us some bonuses. Don't vassals count for peacefully joining the HRE? They do, but they don't count as much as directly owning the land, which works very well for us. So, I don't think our navy is very safe out here. Not against 3 heavies and 8 lights. So I guess I hope they don't besiege Roma. That would be a little embarrassing. Still, we need to go for it. 4th of April, huh? Now, just how keen are Morocco on this war? They're not all that keen. Yeah, you managed to ally Aragon. Now, I am still kind of keen on that alliance with Aragon. Not as much as I am with Portugal, but declaring that war made them kind of hate me quite a bit. That number of great power allies. Well, you can't have everything. We're going to chase these guys to Gibraltar, which is now mountains, so it's not quite as good. Let's get that crusade going, because I quite like the morale bonus. So we're going to actually take out these troops that are being made first. So when are they being made? 6th of April and the 4th of April. That's fine then. Crusade used to be such a broken thing in EU3 that you would really just farm it. Okay, they're heavies. They are coming for us in Roma. But I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a big issue if they do manage to take Roma from us. But what have they got? Roughly 4,000 men? No problem. Well, in all honesty, it could be a really big problem, but let's just hope not. River crossing on top of everything else. Let's not give them more of an advantage than they need. They're going to have a bit of a huge bonus here, so let's throw everything we have against them. And hope that we don't get our ass kicked, because that would be very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. There we go. That'll be the end of those guys. That'll be the end of those guys. Still, that means Rome is under siege, and they already managed to get a breach on that. which is not so good for us. It'd take us 5 years to annex Granada. Yes, sir. Did not think about the Moroccan intervention. Oh well, we're going to make the most of it. 1,000 and 2,000. Good old Avignon helping us out here. Well, Avignon can really help us out if they attach here, especially since they have one siege. Come on, Avignon. Come on. Nope, you want to go there? Well, to be honest, that's fine. You can attach to this guy then, the rest of them will help there. Okay, Morocco's pulling out all the stops to take Roma. Well, what can you do? Naturally. We're not quite big enough to bully people for trade power, so it's not like I can use that to get people out of the war. That said, he's not all that keen to be in it. Yeah, the heavies were in the fleet outside Roma. Morocco couples his transports with his heavies, which makes him a little tricky to take care of. Oh, he's going all out. Still, 3 heavies. 3 heavies would crush 5 galleys. Okay, that was a fast dissolving of the union there between Aragon and Naples. Okay, right, that's really coming together quite well. Castile find themselves at war with both Aragon and Portugal. Their weakness is my opportunity. However, my weakness right now is everybody else's opportunity. Right, unfortunately, everybody around me seems to hate me. So I wouldn't be able to get military access. Could through Siena. Alright, we might be able to make use of that. Might. Also might not. So Roma took us out before we could do anything, and we will end the vassalization of Avignon and pay 47 ducats. Unfortunately, that's coming from Granada. Can't be doing with Granada. I need to be dealing with Morocco instead. But I don't think Morocco wants that. I wouldn't mind giving up Avignon. They are honestly going to be a thorn in our side later on. I do mind losing my boats though. Especially when I have nowhere to put them.